Hey everyone and welcome to Thomas Cooking Show. With Jaja today we're gonna cook my favorite brand of bolognese sauce. No, that's not the case, that's also not my kitchen. We are actually here to set up an amazing photo shoot and I'm gonna walk you through it step by step. So let's go. My name is Thomas Eisl, I'm a professional photographer from Vienna, Austria, and today is all about building the shot, working the shot, and at the end of the day, getting the shot while having a lot of fun. So the first thing what I do when I arrive on set is actually to forget about the camera itself and just take a tour, look at the location so you can see what you can do. And this location, well, it's pretty awesome. It's an apartment stuck, I think, around in the 70s, and it looks really cool. So there are a lot of spots, and that's actually harder than when you've got a location where there is only one good spot. Nonetheless, I have to decide which one spot I'm gonna pick to get the main body of work for today's session. So let's do this. That's the kitchen over here. And I'm gonna show you a lot of stuff that's around here. And honestly, I really do love the kitchen. And well, I've also heard that it's Jaja's favorite spot in here. Okay now, so I'd say we already found a pretty good spot. So Jaja's gonna sit over here and I'm trying to take the photograph from over there. So I'm just gonna show you that really quick. Yep. So that's actually the spot where I'm gonna stand. And yeah, but one thing that you see already, it's, well, way too bright in here and we cannot control the lighting if the scene is actually like this. So we're gonna close the curtains really quick. And as you can see, I'm still not using my camera, right? I still got nothing in my hands there. So that is also the thing. Start by preparing everything. Don't worry about the camera. That comes much later. Hey there, this is Thomas from the future who is currently editing the video you are watching right now. Before we continue, I've got a few very important things to say. First and foremost, I'm collaborating with selected manufacturers from the photography industry. I help them to test their products under professional conditions and get them user feedback. I'm, however, not sponsored by them, nor do I get asked to produce YouTube videos for them. So what you see in this video is really what I use in my daily work as a professional photographer. That is very important to emphasize. So who's sponsoring this video then? Well, actually, it is you. Please consider contributing by buying me a cup of coffee via the link down below or by becoming a channel member. For a small monthly contribution, you get many benefits. For example, access to exclusive content and priority replies to comments. So I would highly appreciate your support. It is very important to keep this channel going. And now I'm gonna get back to editing the next segment that you are about to watch. See you. Before setting up the light, I'm gonna make sure that I know which perspective I'm gonna capture. So I imagine that the M Suico 17mm f1.2 Pro is ideal for this shot, but maybe I need something more like a 12mm. We're gonna see, but I'm gonna check that really quick. Turned out the 17mm was just fine, which is ideal as a 12mm is a bit harder to work with in portrait situations. For shoots like this, I really like to use an external monitor because this actually gives me the flexibility and also the insurance that I actually got the shot, right? Because when I look at the display, everything is just nice and big. I can see when I got the focus, how everything looks. It's just way better than working with these tiny screens on the camera. Also, the external monitor serves as a reminder that I should always capture some B-roll, even when photography is the main task, right? That's why on here is now the Shimbal M5 external monitor. I'm setting up some light stands because, well, for today we need at least one key light and maybe a fill light, maybe an effect light. I'm not 100% sure about that, but one thing is sure, that I need 2 light stands set up, right? Okay, now what's the deal with the lighting? I actually love to light my subjects with a long softbox, right? So with a strip light more or less, but bringing a large softbox in a confined location like this one is just not practical. And as you can see, I haven't brought my assistant today, so I have to do everything myself, and that is really impractical to set up a big softbox, right? It wouldn't even fit. So that's why I'm using a different light. I'm using the Xeon C100, and that is actually an LED light intended for video mostly, but it's also a fantastic photography light, and it is nice and small, and it's gonna give me this strip light look. So let's set this up. So that's the C100, right? Pretty small. And what I really like to do is when setting up lighting is I like to work step by step. So I start by positioning the main light and just lighting the shot. And as you can see already, those lights are very powerful, but also battery powered. And that is super, super convenient. That's about right. I'm gonna reposition this camera really quick so that you can see what I'm doing. So that should give you a better view. No, it doesn't give you a better view. It just gives you a shit. Next thing is I'm gonna grab a test shot really quick. So I'm so amazed honestly by the color accuracy. I've got this set to sunlight, as you can see, and this one is also set to sunlight, so 5500 Kelvin, and look at that. I mean, this is just absolutely insane how accurate the C100 is. And what we can see already is that the light is pretty harsh, right? I'd say it's probably too harsh. It looks a bit dramatic, but it's too harsh. So what we're gonna do when light is too harsh, either we're gonna move the light a bit closer so that increases the light's size in relation to the subject. I cannot do that because then the thing is in the frame. And the other option, I'm here by the way, the other option that I have is I can put a softbox on there. I've never used it with the softbox attachment, so that's gonna be exciting. Yeah, like this. Look. I got this, I got this. Look at that, look at that. Yeah, let's take a test shot and see what we get. Let's move the light a little bit. I'm still not 100% happy. So there is one thing that is quite obvious to us, right? And that is that we can see the softbox.
Yeah, on the glasses.
So what can you do to get the softbox out? Actually, there is one thing that you can do, and that is you have to use a longer lens. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out some power tools and break down this wall so I can use a longer lens and get the shot. No, I'm not gonna do that because the apartment's gonna stay like that. So we're gonna take the glasses off.
Whoa, so cool.
Nice. Okay, that's the reaction I was hoping for. So we got that, Okay. Now once the main light is set up and the overall scene is arranged, we have to think about actually bringing in a second light. We're not gonna go for the hair light, but we're gonna go for a little bit of light on the background. Good, excellent. So I'd say we got the main lighting situation under control now. So here's the thing. We actually shouldn't stop there, right? Because you can always improve things. And one thing that immediately caught my eye, you're already looking at it, is this crazy bread basket back there. And maybe we can make this even more interesting. What do you think? Should we maybe put a light in there? You know what? I'm thinking about this scene from Pulp Fiction, you know, where they've got the suitcase, and when they open it, it's always shining light out there. The light I'm gonna use for preparing our little bread storage box here is the Xeon M40. It's a pocket light, but very, very powerful, so 40 watts. And I'm gonna put that in there. And you know what? I'm not gonna set it to the same color temperature, but I'm gonna set it to a warmer color temperature. So I don't know, something around 3500 Kelvin probably, because if you recall Pulp Fiction, the suitcase was glowing with this orangey color, right? It wasn't like just bright white light. So I'm gonna do exactly that. There is still bread in here, so okay, I'm totally removing her breakfast now. That's it. So yeah, having a lot of fun. So here is that. The M40 actually has two dials, very tactile, very analog feeling. One for setting the color temperature and the other one for setting the brightness. So I'm gonna try 50% for now, you know. Wow, oh, that glows very nicely. So you've seen the photos. I'd say it's already pretty cool, but there is still one small detail missing. I think that the glow back there is, well, it's not cinematic enough. It's just, you can see, you know, that there is just a light in there, and it's a bit too bland. And if you remember, I'm not gonna take up more of your time with my Pulp Fiction references, but one more time I'm gonna do that. There is a certain glow, you know, when you see light in cinema, and that is because of the halation effect of film usually, and also because of certain filters. And I'm gonna put on one of these certain filters, a K&F Concept black diffusion filter, and I'm gonna experiment a bit with the strength. We're gonna start at strength 1, and then we're gonna work our way down and see until when we've reached the sweet spot where the glow is just perfect in the frame. So let's do this, and yeah, we will see. And the good thing is, you know, there are always two people on set at least, and yeah, so we can figure it out together what looks best.
Of course.
Great. So I've got 82mm black diffusion filters from K&F, and I'm always using step down rings. Yeah, so that saves a bit of money, right? You don't have to get one for every lens size. So let's start with black diffusion 1. Oh, that is already looking pretty cool, but also pretty heavy. So we got the shots, and now we're gonna examine them really quick.
Whoa.
That's probably too much, right? What do you think? Maybe 1/2. What do you say? 1/2?
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I've got a little fog machine in there.
It's starting to be crazy.
Yes, let's do this. So let's bring the fog machine in there. So here's the fog machine from Telesin, the C40. Gonna unpack it really quick. So that's the device itself. So it's really, really small. We're gonna put it in the bread box over there. But first, I'm gonna fill this one up really quick, because from the last shoot, well, it's a bit depleted. Yeah. 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 I don't want this to run out in the middle of the shoot. And while I do that, I'd like to highlight that the cool thing about this is not that it's just a mini fog machine, but that it is very, very well made, and it's got a remote control. And that's actually, in my opinion, the best thing, because I can just chill here and take shots of gorgeous Miss Jaja over there, and the fog machine is gonna do its thing, and I can just set it to whatever I want, right? So let's screw this in here. Always, you know, keep things tidy, otherwise you're gonna create a mess. That's not very professional. Alrighty, there we are. So the trick is we have to put some sort of diffuser on there. And I think we want the fog to spread, right? So this is experimental. I'm gonna use this one, but we're gonna see whether this works out. And as I said before, here is the remote. So I'm gonna fire this one up. Look at that. So that's that. And now I can turn it on. Just once it, hear that? And I can turn it off. Perfect. So let's put this one in the breadbasket. Oh, it's, oh. Yeah, honestly, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. So while Jaja is looking through these images and selecting one of her favorites to be printed on Instax right here, I'm gonna say a few closing remarks. First and foremost, building the shot really paid off. Of course, I had to bring some equipment, but at the end of the day, it helped me to really get what I was looking for. And the trick here is that you pre-visualize what you want to do and go light on things that you actually don't need. Don't bring a portrait lens like an 85 or a 105 or something like that in a confined space. You're not going to use it. Better bring something like the C40 fog machine, or bring an extra small light like the Zhiyun M40. So that's the trick, right? Pack what gets you the shot. Don't invest in the wrong gear. Don't buy stuff that is just, another lens, which is not going to change your photography. Get stuff that can really help you to create differently. For example, the C100 by Zhiyun that I use today is really one of those. You're going to see in other videos how I'm going to use this light creatively. It really is a game changer in many ways. In any case, what is also a game changer, by the way, is Instax. And I see that Jaja got one. I'm going to quickly transfer that. So, alrighty. Yep. Okay. So wait a second, that's going to take a second here. And the one thing that I'd like to highlight is, wouldn't I have been recording this video, I could have done this shoot in 1 hour, 1.5 hours max. So really, it's not a big deal setting all these things up if you know what you're doing. Okay, there we go. Now let's go to the Instax app. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So, oh, a lot of cat shots here. I don't want those. And a little bit of that. And there we go. So that's it, right? Get an Instax white printer. It's really cool. If it does something. Yeah, it's probably still dizzy from the smoke machine. No, now it's Instax print. I'm always excited with these things. So this one's for you. Jaja, thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Was amazing as always. Looking forward to next time. And yeah.
Be in touch.
Like and subscribe. See you. Oh, and while I'm printing Instax like crazy, I forgot the most important thing. Make sure to follow Jaja on Instagram. Link down below.